And I tend to believe that somebody released that thing.
The questions, the big questions that I would use to kind of counter that is, if you were going to intentionally create a highly infective or a highly contagious virus, why would you intentionally release it in your own country first?
Well, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe we're engineering it to get it over there. Just so happened it went through, like it may have broke or something may have took.
But so right there, you said that the three criteria that we were looking for is
intentional.
It was an engineered, and it was supposed to be a virus that hurt people, and it was intentionally released. So now we're questioning whether it was intentionally released.
No, but we have seen. We just spoke about Afghanistan or the Taliban. Certain people using this one guy. You're going to have to take this one.
Yep.
Right? How do we know that, Agent Zero with the COVID thing, you're sacrificial. We're going to sacrifice you in this one.
Yeah, that could have happened. We don't have enough information to say whether or not that happened or didn't happen.
But we can say it was engineered.
We can say
we know for a fact that, all right, they've looked at the disease and figured out that this has been engineered.
They know that part of it is, they know that experimentation has happened to try to engineer using the core COVID COV coronavirus.
Yes.
Right? But the specific COV novel 1 and the COV novel 2, and then all of the different, derivations and mutations that have come out since then, I have not seen any evidence that any of those were specifically man-made. They said that they were tested. They said that the original COVID coronavirus itself, right? Again, I'm comparing it to a car.
Right.
Somebody took a working car. They took a working 4-cylinder Ford. They brought it into a shop. They stripped off everything except for the wheels, the engine, the motor, and then they started looking at, can we make this car stronger? Can we make this car look like a sports car? Can we make this car look like an SUV? That's the level of engineering they were doing with the original COVID virus.
But you're speaking about the other variants of COVID.
Correct.
Yes.
So now when you actually see what's on the road is not what was in the lab.
Right, but is that because of human interaction, right? Because it is going to mutate based on our bodies, right? Our immune system, how it reacts. That's what viruses do, is mutate, right?
That's what natural viruses do. Natural viruses mutate.
What's the difference between a natural virus and an engineered? You don't think an engineered virus would mutate?
That's another reason why I don't think it was engineered. Exactly.
Engineered viruses cannot mutate.
We don't really have many engineered viruses at all. What we have is engineered medicine.
What is an engineered virus?
An engineered virus would be a virus that you go into and you actually you tinker with the cells or the genetic makeup of the virus itself.
So with that logic, we won't be able to, there will be no warfare in that way. I see us having some sort of, at some point in the future, I see some kind of medical warfare, some kind of
germ warfare.
Yeah, germ warfare, right? Whether that's through water or they cut it down now, so we good. Yeah, it's good. But some kind of like germ warfare, some kind of, I feel like that's coming. Do you put no credence on?
Oh, I believe germ warfare is coming. I mean, we've already seen germ warfare.
That's what so why would COVID can't fit in that category?
Because all the chemical warfare is the closest thing we've seen to germ warfare. And chemical warfare doesn't mutate. The chemicals that they create, the weapons that they create using
chemicals don't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
biological warfare has always existed.
Okay.
And the way that it exists is you introduce an existing germ into a culture that has never had that germ before. And then the damage from that is devastating, right? We saw this happen with the Pilgrims and the Indians, right? The Pilgrims had smallpox, and they had experienced it, and they knew that, it affected white people a certain way. But when they gave white pox-infested blankets to the Indians, the Native Americans had never seen it before. Their bodies had never experienced it before, so it devastated them, right? We've seen examples like that happen in Africa, where one African country is attacking another African country, and they bring some sort of bloodborne illness or a mosquito-based illness, or they bring some sort of fish or biting gnat or something, right? It's the reason why when a box comes from Guam or the Pacific Islands and it goes to LA and it lands in LA, they check it for insects because those insects can carry germs that have diseases that could infect us.
Right. So I'm saying if they'll use insects, why won't we think they'll use, germs?
The difference is the scientific engineering of it specifically, right? What insects carry is a natural, biological, organic.
So tell me the reason why you don't believe it is because of how it was engineered, or what is the reason why you don't believe that it was some sort of warfare or some sort of release by China?
The two reasons are because, one, I haven't seen enough evidence to suggest that it was a man-made virus. I have seen enough evidence to show that it was a contagious virus, to show that it was a novel, unique virus, to show that it fit the other strands of COVID before it, like SARS, like COVID-1 and COVID-2. Like we've seen that it fits the model of other organic COVID variants. But what I haven't seen is information that suggests that it fits any kind of man-made model, and the fact that it was released in China first makes me feel like it wasn't an intentional release. And then third, the fact that it has spread, but it has acted like an organic virus acts. It gets weaker with every mutation, it changes with every mutation, it acts like an organic virus. It doesn't act like a man-made weapon.
I think but that could speak to it being released too soon. That but I do think some information came out that it was man-made. I'm almost certain.
There was an assessment that came out by, I think it was NIH, by some federal government organization came out and said that they had new information that suggested it had come from a lab in Wuhan.
Yes.
I'm not.
Of course, that part, but right. I almost.
But the man-made engineered chemical, like the man-made engineered germ, that is still, for me, there's not enough preponderance of evidence. We talked about how easy it is to sell people a story when it's just one stream of information. That's what I'm looking for. So I need multiple streams of information that are telling me the same story.
I don't have enough on it, but I'm almost certain that I've been hearing conversations from people that's like, and they're laying it out. But I didn't expect for us to go down that road. But damn, I'm almost certain. So you don't believe it's man-made? That's a good conversation. But so you don't see? How do you see as someone who has the background you have? How would you see them initiating the germ warfare?
Yeah, man, it's Wallow 267. You're now tuned into It's Up There podcast, man, with my man Loon, man. Check him out.
What's going on? It's your boy Big Loon. Right now, if you looked at this clip and you enjoyed it, hit subscribe. Watch the next video. We on the road to 100K subscribers on YouTube. If you're a fan, come to Patreon. We got exclusive videos there, and also the show with just me alone. Salute to the supporters. Verify your customers and know who's your viewers. It's Up There podcast. Let's get it.
Yo, what up? This Big Loon. This is It's Up There podcast.